What is going on YouTube? My name is Lucas, and today we're going to be talking about the largest SPAC ever, and that's going to be Perishing Square Tontine Holdings, backed by the infamous Bill Ackman. This guy, holy smokes, I'm telling you what guys, he knows what he's doing. So if you're interested in this SPAC, I suggest you stay tuned right after this. Before we start talking about the SPAC with the $4 billion evaluation, I ask that you guys smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, comment down below, and now let's see what this thing is all about in the video. Alright guys, I'm excited to bring you this one, and there's no question. I mean, the reason is because Bill Ackman is the one that's leading the charge. I mean, let's be real about this. Bill Ackman is a legendary stock activist. I mean, he truly is. His track record is phenomenal. He's done some amazing things. We'll kind of touch on some of that. But for him to be spearheading this and taking charge on it, he doesn't want to just, do something small. He wants to make a massive splash. I've heard rumors of Stripe being one. I've heard rumors that there's a chance it could be Bloomberg. I mean, there's all kinds of rumors floating around, and that's what's unique about this too, is it's going to be something massive, and when it happens, it's just going to be shock and awe, and that's what's going to be exciting about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break some of this down for you, provide some information on it, and then we might do some speculation, maybe some rumor talk, and really just see what we think. So swinging on over here. Oftentimes, investors chase up blank check companies on big merger announcements. However, the story for Perishing Square Tontine Holdings, PSTH is the ticker symbol, has been quite different. Instead, the special purpose acquisition company continues to shoot up on nothing but speculation. And I think, this one is going to be a little different. I truly think it is a little different. And the reason is because you are talking about a potential massive deal. You have an evaluation of $4 billion, which I do believe has increased just a little bit. So continuing on, it says on speculation, in admiration for its founder, with another such rally in the rearview mirror, what do you need to know about the PSTH stock? And, I think that's really what I want to provide. What's unique about this article from Investor Place is that they did a 13 things you need to know about Perishing Square and the stock. So that's what we're going to break down and go over. So the first thing it says is behind the SPAC is Perishing Square Capital Management and founder Bill Ackman. That's, of course, that should be number one on the list, no question. Importantly, many investors have flocked to PSTH stock because of Ackman. Why? Well, Ackman is legendary, known for his role as an activist investor. Additionally, Ackman is not a stranger to the world of the blank check companies. Back in 2011, he launched Justice Holdings as a blank check company. Justice Holdings then acquired popular chain Burger King. That's amazing. After the reverse merger, Ackman worked a deal with 3G Capital, combined Burger King with other popular brands under the Restaurant Brands International, which is the ticker symbol QSR umbrella. With this backdrop, Ackman and Perishing Square Capital launched PSTH stock in July 2020. When it came public, Perishing Square Tontine Holdings was the largest ever SPAC, which I talked about in the open, and that's unbelievable. This is because it raised $4 billion. Importantly, Ackman has said that the PSTH is looking for a mature unicorn. According to the billionaire, up until now, these unicorns have not faced pressure come public. Perishing Square thinks now it is the right time to make the move. And it's going to be amazing. I truly think that it's going to be amazing whichever one they choose. Investors should note that Perishing Square has not identified a merger target. However, that has not stopped investors from rampant speculation. And I think that's also one thing I really wanted to kind of hit on too. I think when you start talking about, the speculation, you're really starting to talk about a new style, new generation investor. And you got to think about that anyways with all the EV stocks that are ramping up and just fly up on no news, because a lot of the EV stocks are entering in through the SPAC form. So that's, I can see that right there. Some rumors have included SpaceX, Palantir, which we know is probably going to be off because I do believe they chose the IPO route, and Stripe. And so right there, you're talking two absolute amazing companies that could potentially go this route. I mean, could you imagine SpaceX choosing to go in the SPAC route and what SpaceX would do to this SPAC? Holy smokes. I mean, that is just unbelievable to think of. I mean, I think the same could be said for Stripe, but not anywhere close to the level of what a SpaceX would be, in my opinion. So now what I'm going to do is really provide you some information on this, SPAC, the situation, a little bit of information on Bill and, what he intends to do, and then kind of talk about even some more rumors and really just dive into some details. So swinging on over here. Right now, there are several reasons to keep Bill Ackman and PSTH stock on your radar. For starters, Ackman does not have a perfect track record. However, his reputation continues to captivate Wall Street, and his leadership of the SPAC merits attention. Additionally, due to its size and focus on mature unicorns, there is a reason to believe Pershing Square Tontine Holdings will bring an exciting business to public markets. I agree 1,000%. But investors are likely wondering why PSTH stock shot up so much this week. Well, that is largely due to speculation over which firm the SPAC will take public. With Palantir out of the running thanks to its own IPO, which I mentioned earlier, there are still some investors who believe it could be SpaceX or Stripe. I'm looking forward to it. However, another rumor is sparking interest. According to people familiar with former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg, Bill Ackman could be working to take Bloomberg public. And that is a monster deal. I obviously don't have enough time to talk about that. Otherwise, I'd be diving into that a ton. That is where the big spike in PSTH stock came from yesterday. Importantly, investors learned that the S&P Global SPGI ticker symbol would buy rival IHS Markit, I believe is how it's said, which is the ticker symbol INFO, for $44 billion. And I do think it's going to tell you, but I'm going to tell you myself, the reason why it also caused the stock to go up, speaking of PSTH, is because these are very similar concepts. And so that's a reason why it caused it to go up. So continuing on, that clocks in at the largest merger in 2020. Additionally, it also tells investors that market research is a hot commodity. If Pershing Square does grab Bloomberg, it could be debuting into a red-hot market. What should you do now? Keep a close eye on PSTH stock, but be wary of speculation. As of right now, a company spokesperson for Bloomberg is denying the news until we know more. Pershing Square Tontine Holdings represents a lot of uncertainty, but a lot of potential. And it all depends on what type of investor you are. If obviously you're going to be a long-term holder, you don't really like the idea of growth stocks, you don't really like the idea of speculation, then maybe this is something you keep on your watch list until the actual merger happens and you know what the company's going to be, things like that. And then you can also find out what type of stock it's going to be and if it's something you're even interested in. On the other hand, you could be that, investor or that person that likes to take risk and really get in now and just see what happens. I'm interested either way, and so I do think that I'm going to take a flyer on this. I'm waiting for the opportune time, and I don't want to miss out. So that's kind of where I'm at with this stock, and I'm excited. I truly am. I think it really does have a bright future, and with Bill backing it and just kind of having a lot of say, the big one that I'm wanting it to be, and I'm looking forward to it hopefully being, is SpaceX. I've heard rumors before that it's not even potentially going to come out until 2021. But I think if you can throw enough money at it and you present a big enough, presentation to get them to come to the market, I think it could happen. But that would be absolutely phenomenal. And the same goes for Stripe, obviously. Stripe is very, very similar to Square, and they have kind of the same gist and same idea of what they wanted to accomplish. And we've seen what Square has done. So you're talking about two amazing options, and like I said, I look forward to it. It's going to be awesome. And now we have come to my favorite part of any video, and that is chart breaking down time. So let's swing on over here, and boy, do I have a chart for you. And I love saying this name, Perishing Square Tauntaun Holdings. Let's see what it's all about. It opened today at $25.70. It got as high as $26.35. Its low was $25.56. Volume is 2.734 million. Market cap is 5.128 billion for a company that has yet to merge. 52-week high is $27.40. 52-week low is $21.50, and its average volume is 1.369 million. Now today it closed up. It was at $25.64, which was up 0.94%. It continued in the after hours to wrap out the day completely at $25.86, finishing 0.78% in the green. Now, as you guys can see, this is a 1-month chart. And the reason I did a 1-month chart is because a lot of the information in the news, the speculation, all that stuff started to really happen. A lot of that news I covered earlier. And you can see this thing has kind of had a steady upward trend. Now, I do think just with the market having a pullback at time, obviously there's been some pullbacks with this as well. And then there are at times where it's just kind of a stalemate situation as well, because they haven't announced a company and they haven't obviously announced a merger date, any of that stuff. So there are going to be times where it's going to have a pullback. But anytime something flares up and there's an idea of a company, deciding to merge with them or anything like that, I think you're going to see this thing spike in a good direction. I'm excited, like I've stated multiple times in this. I'm really excited to see what Bill can do, who he can talk to, who he can actually get on board with this. And it's going to have a bright future either way, I think. I appreciate you swinging by and checking out this video. It means a ton. It truly does. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers. It's unbelievable, and I can't thank you guys enough. I truly cannot thank you guys enough. I do want to remind you guys, I am not a financial advisor, and anything that I say in this video is for pure entertainment purposes only, and that's exactly what I'm here to do, is entertain. And you guys know how I do it. If you like this video, smash that like button. It helps out tremendously. And if you enjoy the content, because I'm going to keep the content flowing, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, have a good day.